Hello and welcome to Laysara Summit Kingdom full release. Campaign is now available. Let us check out the campaign.
Of all the years in the long and storied history of the Kingdom of Laysara, this one surely has to be the worst. Following the harvest, a mysterious mist suddenly appeared all across the kingdom. Then, the pandemonium started. Crops started to fail. Disoriented animals barely produced any milk. People started to get sick.
And you can't see anything. The fog in this valley is even worse than the city. For all we know, we could be lost already.
Faith, my friend, have faith. We're following the path that's been chosen for us.
Path? I don't see any path. Just the same damn forest going on for days.
It's not entirely the same. Look, there are more and more pines, and the thickets are thinning out. We are getting higher. We'll get to the uplands shortly.
Even if that's true, what will we find there?
Surprisingly British.
Mountains are no place for humans.
Yes, but they are a place of the spirits. We will settle at the foot of the mountain and make our way up to build a grand altar at the very summit. The spirits surely will recognize our efforts and help us to drive the mist away.
And Laysara will be saved.
Yeah, that's great and all, but did you see how low on supplies we are? Never mind building a temple, we'll die of hunger before even reaching the top.
The yak looks hungry.
It won't be that bad. Look on the bright side. Mountains are above the mist, so we'll be able to cultivate crops and pasture our yaks again.
Maybe. Until the first avalanche sweeps us all away.
Stop worrying about minor details. We're on the most sacred quest, and nothing will stop us. Onwards!
Buildings range too short? Consider upgrading your roads. It will extend nearby building ranges. Okay, so how much do they tutorialize, or is there a, like, I played it already? Finally, a place above the mist, and with enough space to establish a small colony. It'll serve us as an outpost when we move on to the bigger mountains. I guess that makes sense. We need to maintain contact with the capital in case they need to come and save us. Nonsense. We'll achieve great things in these mountains, and this small settlement will be our first step. Well, there's no skeletons so far, Jingo. Let's start by building a district for our workers. Move around the camera. Zoom in the camera. Done. You can change the game speed. And pause. Build a food market here. Ah, look at these. Blinkerlition telling us what to do. See the marker above it? It tells you it has no road. Let's fix that. Now it needs workers. You're using temporary workers. These cause you immense tax costs. Have 8 lowlanders living within the range of that. So here, residential, build, peasant hut. Perfect! Now citizens automatically replace the ad hoc workers. However, your town still has no newly available workers. Increase your workforce to 24 available workers. Done. The very first settlers on the mountain. It's great. We should take care of their basic needs like shrines. They have to have a spot to pray. I meant providing them with food. We can do that as well, I guess, but spirituality should come first. A shrine? That affects most of them. But not all. Yeah, we're not going to get all. Also, I thought this was one square. Well, actually, that's kind of... Then I can get all of them, if it was there. Sure. They're happy with their shrines. You've fulfilled their needs. Let's go observe this in the menu. You can now see their needs. Build a chicken farm to produce eggs. It needs to be in range of the, that though. Of the... Yoink. Of the, the market, so... There works. Now you need to connect it. Our village is starting to take shape. With a steady food supply, our citizens will feel right at home. Then we're done? Can we travel onwards? No, we need more food variety. Now we need to learn how to do bread. Should probably be approximately here. There looks good. The mill needs yaks. Yaks can be ad hoc just like workers. Fix this problem by building a yak pasture. Now, in order to make tsampa, you need to make barley. Connect it to the mill. Then connect the mill to the market. Behold, your lowlanders are now happy enough and have enough provided needs to level up. But now you don't have enough grain. There isn't enough sampa for everyone. Try placing more barley fields. There's a pipette tool. Done. Feeling restricted by a building's range? We have a way of dealing with it. Let's start by placing a fishery near the river. I think the art for the fishery is slightly different. No, come on. Fishery. We will pioneer fishing. And they teach you about range extension using the basic range extender. So fishing to the range extender to the market. That's perfect! We've created a small but sustainable settlement. Our first great step towards our mission. Yes, we can continue and take on greater tasks. Can we skip the tasks and talk to the spirits immediately? No, they only listen if we show our dedication. Then we'll do just that by establishing another outpost. You are here. Hope Spark Hill, a tiny mountain with a single copper deposit. Most of the limited space suitable for habitation is located on fertile land. No rivers, yes avalanches, has copper. Balanced, let's go. Minting money is an excellent way to bolster your budget. Look out for gold veins. Ah, perfect. A nice cozy mountain for another outpost. Looks like we'll go higher this time. I think I see a copper deposit. We can use it using the artisans. A perfect idea, but let's start with lowlanders. We need them to get things moving. 32 lowlanders in range of a market. Well, market go. My memory is that I liked that as a design. Yeah. Done. Citizens' needs are different on various mountains. Check out what these ones want. So these want food, 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 enlightenment. They would like a praying place, eggs, and cheese. The lowlanders don't want Sampa anymore? We're on a different mountain. We had plenty of it last time. I feel like cheese that would be made here would be delicious. I don't trust people who change their preferences. Though sometimes I do it too. Does that mean that I don't trust myself? So cheese, you need to go Yak Shack into Cheesemaker. But Yak Shack means we need yaks. But I'm not allowed to yet. Fine, do it in the order that the game wants. Continue obeying the tutorial. Thou must press the shiny buttons. There. Oh look, you're making money! Keep it positive or else it could be game over. You can get a breakdown by hovering over the money thing. To help fix our money problems, build a yak pasture. Now you don't have a failure to produce yaks. Have 8 lowlander huts at level 2. So they would need egg and a praying place. Now they need a praying place. That actually is really almost convenient. Done. 8 level 2 lowlanders. Splendid! They look happy here. They'll be the backbone of our settlement's economy. Artisans aren't satisfied so easily. They're used to a certain standard, you know. If you want to progress, we'll need them for their manufacturing skills. I'm sure we can make them comfortable as well. This seems like a nice place for an artisan district. We can try. They're going to teach us how to build a bridge? Yeah, they teach us how to build a bridge. You need to connect the road across. Have 50 artisans within range of a food market, so shove down a new food market. Build some new roads. Artisans go. Bugger. Now, didn't they add a key for moving things conveniently? Was it Alt? Was it Control Click? It was Control Click. I remember when they added that amazing quality of life. Okay, now it needs a road connection. Fixed. We need a couple more. Done. Provide them with bread. Let's do the road first. Done. Perfect! With the artisans in the town, we're ready to start mining copper. Not so fast. We need to improve our financial situation. We're losing money. Or getting closer to it with every building. We need to do something. I might have an idea. While we create a new place for the citizens to live, maybe we could get them to contribute. That's brilliant! Let's make a totally not taxation office. Donation spot. Go. Donation spot. Go. Mountains are rich in natural resources. We can extract them using mines. Here, build mine. Do. Connect you to the road. G'day, Freiheits. Hire some voluntary donation collectors with particularly large clobs. Operational copper. Then they teach us the copper chain, which is copper mine to refinery thing to even more. This is the Amazon distribution center. Coppersmith. So copper to coppersmith, coppersmith to Amazon distribution center. It seems that there aren't enough utensils for everyone. A coppersmith uses only 1 unit of copper, but the mine is outputting 5. We can split it up using a yeeting station. So instead you disconnect, you now connect to the yeeting station. The yeeting station goes to you, and we make 2 of these. But you can't reach that. So now we move you to there. Okay, you're technically not in range. Fine. Then we'll move that there. Done. Those who don't donate will be thrown off the mountain. I've got an idea! Let's expand higher. The climate in the middle zone is perfect for producing bees and honey. And then they teach us about elevator shafts. You need to connect road to it, just like the bridge. They start teaching us about the different levels. So there's high ground, medium ground, and low ground. This map doesn't have a high ground, it just has a medium and a low. Certain buildings are more or less efficient in certain zones. The honey likes being made in the middle. Your plan seems to have a flaw. A flaw? But it's the perfect place for bees. You act like you've been stung by one. Open your eyes. How will we transport the honey down? With the right attitude and an open mind, we can overcome any obstacle. How exactly will an open mind help us transport anything? Just you wait. Let's get my fellow monks here. They'll come up with a solution. Academy. Sure, academy there. An academy employs monks. It's disabled to avoid you spending an absurd amount of ad hoc workers. Make some monks. What do they want? They want food, food, and triple enlightenment. Well, the bees work. 20 already, 20 already. So the bees go to here. That feeds you. Then we need scholarship and a praying place. Praying place. Well, there's at least one of them. And then one more of you. That's sad that it won't reach that one. I guess we've got to put it there. You can be turned on again. That's almost enough. Done. We've turned on the monastery so it provides us level 1 tech level. We really need a voluntary donation poster here, though. There, that solves a fair bit of our lacking of money, but not all of it. We need to make some yaks. There. Now we're in the positive again. Have 10 artisan houses at level 2. So our problem is that you don't reach here, so we'll just move you to there and move you to there. Then you're fine. Isn't that 10 artisan houses at level 2? Use it to send... Oh, no. Artisans, not them. Okay. Yep. And then they want us to use the more advanced eating station. So place it next to the honey. Rearrange you to give to this. To give to this. You do need to give to that. We need even more honey. So, more road. Pipette some more honey down. And then yeet that honey down to this market. Done. In fact, we have a little too much excess, such that we could afford to turn this one off. Now these can level up. Done. Now we don't have a worker shortage. Cart posts can send resources to multiple destinations. Let's use it and also give the honey to the lowlanders. Note that the number of artisans employed increases with the post's workload. Okay, so I will need this honey actually. And now we also send it to you guys. To quickly navigate between different sections of your camera, there's an overview. Ooh, I don't remember that being a thing. That's quite pretty. Okay. Look, the perfect spot for a trading post to ensure a proper connection with the capital. After we build it, we'll be ready to go to another mountain. Are you crazy? Look what's above. And they're going to introduce the avalanche mechanic. It's scary, but it's perfectly safe. We won't let some snow stop us. Let's go. So, build a bridge. Build a road. Build a trading post here. Then we're going to watch it get snowed over, no doubt. What was that noise? Oh no, an avalanche! Whoever could have guessed? Smarmy Artisan Man agrees. This is merely to test our faith and dedication. We can clear this up. Positive thinking, I love it. And I have an idea to make sure it won't happen again. Mr. Plow. Mr. Plow slowly deburies buildings, but we need more yaks. And we need some more lowlanders. Done. Wait for Mr. Plow to slowly dig out the trading post. Done. You'll need some space above the trading post. Learn about the move tool in case you wanted to move things, which we already used. The basic way is to put trees in the way. Okay, I built it too high up. We really will need to move it. And then you notice that it shows the area behind which that is protected. Protects from level 1 avalanches. Ah, it worked! The trading post is safe. I told you there's nothing to worry about. We're ready to move on. Let's make our way to the first real mountain. Mastering the basics. Complete the 2 tutorial missions in the campaign. Achievement unlocked. You have completed the tutorial section. Select the difficulty for the rest. If you feel like you have a decent grasp of things but don't want to test your limits, we recommend Adept. Due to the persistent nature of the campaign, you can't change it afterwards. Okay, so we were up to the super hard one. Are we gonna go ultra super hard or mediumly super hard? That's our first one. Let's just go mediumly hard. Mediumu difficulty? Hail Mordkalb. Mission 3. How is up there? Oh, we've got a good game to play, Somna, so we're good. Spacious mountain divided into 2 parts. One full of fertile land and one filled with resource deposits. Some rivers, yes avalanche, yes copper, yes salt. Let's go. Here we are, our destination. What a magnificent mountain. I'm not so sure. It's divided into 2 parts. The logistics could be challenging. I'm sure we'll handle it. I'm sure we can. Here's a lowlander district. The fertile land will come in handy. Alright, so shove down our market. Give it a road. Move it to the road, because I screwed up. Get 40 lowlanders. Almost. Done. This land is perfect for farming. I bet we'll be able to produce some world-class tsampa here. Give them pseudo bread. Beautiful. We do have a yak deficit because the yaks work the hamster wheels that run the mill. So let's deal with our yak deficit. Beautiful. Now we have a yak surplus. It's time to bring artisans. Yes, if we build a proper town, we'll need their services. However, I still feel the hardship of the journey. We'll build a bath. That way the artisans will feel refreshed and welcome. But the river's on the other side. Then let's build a bridge. But there are snow caps. Well, then we'll plant trees. We must have baths. Okay, there is a snow cap and there is a second one. We're going to go up to the high ground and across? Or can we bridge from here to there? Yeah, that's cool. So then from here to there. road from here to there. Okay. Bath. Food supply. And then we'll need some protective trees. We need some more lowlanders. We could do with a tax off, voluntary contribution office, which needs some artisans and a couple more lowlanders. I don't like that. That's better. Another voluntary donation center. Can I get you to go 1 square further back, or is that problematic? That seems to work. So, second completely voluntary donation center. Alright. Done. That's more like it. After weeks of traveling with the yaks, it's hard to scrub off. Moo! You weren't complaining then they were carrying all of your stuff? Never mind that. It's time to start collecting donations. Already done. The sound of coins pouring in. Music to my ears. Show some gratitude. This is people's hard-earned money. Oh, I'm grateful. Grateful for my brilliant mind, which came up with this idea. You're hopeless. Maybe it's good that the two of you are separated by a chasm. Enough of this. We should start a monk enclave. We can do that up high, closer to the spirits. Okay, so we need to cross this river. Then we need to build a lift. Connect to that. Yeah, somewhere in the middle is fine. Okay, Monk Zone. Monk Zone is at risk of this snow, which means we need even more normal citizens. That's actually the perfect amount of people. Then we need a food market. But first let's build the snow border. So... something like that. Never said we have to feed them. It's not bad, but it could be better. We'll build a wall. We'll enclose the monks with monastery walls. Why would you need to do that? Do you have something to hide? No, it's just that the world isn't ready for our wisdom and insight. So now they teach us about the wall mechanic. Monks enclosed by a wall get a satisfied need, enclosed by monastery walls. Ah, it's perfect. Now we can meditate and pray in peace. That's great, but we won't build a strong economy based on prayers. We need more workers to continue developing our town. I know what we need to do. If we make the lowlanders upgrade their houses, more of them will come. But these guys actually need some food. They would like eggs or honey. Eggs are equally useful everywhere. And we need to distribute the food. There. Now you aren't avoiding tax. These guys... let's just make a couple more to begin with. Not you. These guys. But if I do that, there's not enough food. So what else would you like? You would like one more food, which can be honey, fish, cheese, or butter tea. But a lot of those need tech too. And a praying space. Well, the praying space is easy. We'll build a wall and make the monks pay for it. Everybody pays for it. My memory was that that would reach there. Are they going to teach us about the fancier roads yet? But I don't really have the income for that. So what the game really wants is for me to build an academy up here. I don't really have tons of space for that, but... there. How far away can you work from? Perfect. Ooh, we need more than that. If we activated this, what would you need? You would need one more food. You would demand honey. Well, it can be done. Done. Now they would like slightly more honey, but... I don't actually need this many monks. That many I do need. Now we need more workers. But now that we have Tech 2, we can give them fancier foods. Eggs alone would make them happy. And a basic relay station. There we go. More eggs, you say? Can be done. Now we've run out of eggs and food and wheat. Oh, we can fix the egg component of that. This samper of yours is looking quite good, not going to lie. I suppose there might also be enough of it for the artisans. I should have made you eat snow and bark. But sure, we can make enough for everyone. How will we transport it, though? Leave that to my monks. Voila! We have access to advanced buildings, like cart posts. Didn't you come up with this idea on the previous mountain? Why do it again? We can't take away the privilege of the local monks having their own revelations. You only gain true understanding by reaching the conclusion yourself. It's not about the end goal, but the journey. Ugh, forget I asked. Okay, so we kind of want a second one of these. Possibly here, so it's closer to them. There is nice. And then I want that to go to the advanced eating station. Some of that goes here. So why are you happy but those ones aren't? Because this is in range and these aren't. Well then, I'll move you there. I can move you here. That works. It's even still in tax range. No, it isn't. You would need to go there. And you would need to come here. But now that's all in tax range. It's all in food range. We need one more yak. Very good. Unpause, let some money accumulate. And then we also... There's still one unupgraded house? Yes, technically that could go there. Or... it could go... here until we learn about praying. Normally I put a... shrine thingamajig there. But for the moment it can go there. Until we learn about that. It's more people paying more taxes. Now... that allows us to say this also yeets food across to the artisans. Which gives us an artisan deficit. They would need honey or cheese, utensils, textiles, or decorations, and something else, because they don't care about decorations this map very much. Well, honey is pretty easy to do, and we have spare normal workers. It was honey, right? Yes, honey. Okay. Now, one nice thing that the game does is it only, when you've got excess of something here, it only sends as much as it needs, and it only uses the workforce to transport just as much as it needs. So it's not like wasting artisans moving extra stuff that doesn't get used. Ooh! Ooh! A new person? Who is this? Good day to you all. Who are you, exactly? I'm an emissary from the capital. My job is to monitor your progress. This whole escapade of yours costs quite a lot. We have to make sure funds are used wisely. The High Council's idea, it was their idea to send us. I'm not here for bickering and petty arguments. The Council demands results. Let's start with proving this whole endeavor won't collapse like a house of cards. This is our third settlement. We know what we're doing. You call this collection of shacks a settlement? Reach a population threshold and prove you can build a proper, sustainable city. Seeing as you asked so kindly, let's upgrade our artisans. Well, I've already done that, but we want 2 more. Why aren't you as happy? Because you aren't in range of the water. Sure. Done. I can't believe they sent her here to push us around. We're supposed to be in charge. They're only checking how everything's going, I guess. They care for us and the mission. Didn't sound that way to me. Let's just do what she asks. Providing everyone with cheese will help expand the town. You want goods. You want food and goods and something. Like a mandala. The council demands results as well as pats and hay. The council. How much range does a mandala have? Less than I might want. It's kind of Anno but yaks, Antares. I mean, we can give these guys cheese. It's 2 more of the 6 they need. And there are basically 300 of them. So if I gave all of these cheese, it would solve that issue of supplying 300 people with cheese. You would eat the cheese, right? Yeah, they will eat the cheese, so that's not an issue. So we need to do cheese here. Cheese means we need more yaks. We still don't know how to do the advanced yak building yet, so we have to live with the basic yak building. That should be enough yaks to run our cheese. It's not quite a 1-to-1 ratio, but we can just be lazy and pretend it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Won't quite get where I need. Fine, you move down. You do that one. You do that one. They both do here. Perfect! That'll help us make more folks upgrade their housing. I've noticed something. When we provide people with cheese, the consumption of other foods decreases. It makes sense. The amount of food consumed remains constant. The more different sources, the lower the consumption of each type of thing. Enough lecturing. Let's get back to upgrading the... Ooh. We need to change audio source. Sorry. My headphones from the long day streaming say no more. Then we change your guys' version of the audio as well. Boop. Alright. So many hours training drained the batteries. Alright. Supply is too low. Where? Oh, yes. This wants slightly more honey. But I don't really care. So, meh. Stay still, or let time pass and let money accumulate for a bit. It wants us to get the monks up to level 2. They would like a praying place and a mandala. And a tiny bit more food. The background volume went up? It's a little bit louder. Yeah, I could lower it a bit if you want. Yeah. Drop that to about there. Maybe the littlest bit more. Alright. So, another food would do a lot, and it would mean they're no longer short on honey. They would like to eat cheese, or possibly fish. We don't have the tech for cheese. Oh, sorry, we don't have the tech for fish yet. So cheese seems somewhat sensible. We could do another cheese here. So, cheese 1. Now we need to deliver them upstairs. How do you mine for fish? How do you mine for fish, Mordkalb? I assume this is a joke setup. Cut post. There. Here. 1, my bad. There. Now it's not short of honey. It's a very old reference. Okay. We need a praying place and a mandala would do it, or else decorations and a mandala. We don't have the space for 16 of them. You're asking for a lot here in not very much space game. I guess I could build a second one. Maybe we can assume that the snow doesn't go this wide. And that this one isn't needed. Oops, one too many. Okay. That does let us get the mandala down. We need 5 more. Food can't quite make it that far. Ugh, even if I go there, I can't quite reach. Well, it might be time to break out the first of the fancy road. Or we give up on the honey on the upstairs and put it on the downstairs. Okay, that does give us some more space to work with. We're also going to assume that you won't be needed? I guess yes. Okay, 2 more. Done. There's a tiny egg deficit, but we pay someone some subsidies for their egg deficit and all as well. How's it going? We're working on it. Work faster. I'm not taking pleasure in being stuck here in the middle of nowhere. This will give us more space to live in, some kind of Lebenstraum. Yeah, tell me about it. Relax, I'm sure you'll be satisfied with our town's progress in but a moment. Oh, time to find out how bad the avalanches are. So, did getting rid of that here... Okay, no, it's already blocking enough, good. And this doesn't come down this way like I feared. So, now we want to make you guys level 3. For level 3, you demand a good type thing. So we could do decoration, honey, and either textile, utensil, or mandala. And there is copper here. So if we moved where the cows are produced and make one giant cow farm, because I like the way that it grows when they're a single thing. Then we could do copper here. It'd give you utensils. Utensils, decoration, and fabric. Or utensils, decoration, and bees. Are the cows... Yeah, they play volleyball. Look, they're playing volleyball with each other. Just you wait till we give them water slides, Somna. Eventually they get water slide technology. So I wanted honey. Even more bees, though? You have a Discord gif about cow water slides? Let's take a quick look at our Discord. No, I don't see anything in our Discord. Maud, sorry? Maybe I'm slow and stupid. One more bees gets you enough honey that you're happy. We now have way too many eggs, though. So turn that off. The rest is fine. And we wanted to set up copper. Done. We need an Amazon distribution center. Now my memory is of putting it in the middle here. You're not on mine? Well, it's easy enough to fix. Boom. There you go. Amazon distribution center. Yes, that touches all the houses. And then we need some tools, or some utensils, sorry, for you. So... one, two... local thing. You split that up into two. And then those get recombined and sent to the Amazon distribution center. Beautiful. Now they just need decorations. So we build a nice yak topiary. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. The cow is riding down a river. And it's like noticeably blocking the water behind it. Like a lot. Okay. How's Mountain Anno? Yeah, the campaign was 2 tutorial levels, and now we're doing the first of the real levels. Why not SA? They did a good job of tutorializing stuff. And they taught me something that I either didn't remember or wasn't part of the game before. Specifically this you can look around the whole thing in a very pretty way mode. Now, we needed yak topiaries or a mandala. A mandala would fit there very well. We just need to move our road. Yet it would only get about a third of the people. So I'm not sold on that. What about the topiary idea? If you move here, and you move here, can it fit where the two small shrines are? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. If we can build the one tile version, but it doesn't quite reach far enough. But we only need 12 of them to get to the full level, so... we can also just do it like that. Okay, now we've got not enough honey, so we need one more of you. You go to here, that fixes that. Done. Ah, you took your time, but that'll do, for the time being at least. I'm heading back to the capital to report on your progress. And what will we get as a reward? We won't cut your funding. Continue with your quest. I'll get back to check on you in a while. I was afraid she was going to say that. Mission 4. Splintered Soul. Alright, but... yeah. I think that makes a reasonable place to cut this first segment of the Laysara full campaign. Cheers everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you've had a lovely time. Catch us for more next time.